All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow. Man, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Today, ladies and gentlemen, got a very special guest for you, and we talking about some stuff today. Please put your hands together for Miss Melody Goliday.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Now, we just had a little mini chit chat before we, joined you good people out here. And some of the things we were speaking on is going to be some of the things we're about to talk about. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a background of who Miss Melody is, okay? Children's author, all right, has a new book, The Reason She Has Sparkles. And it's teaching young girls how to have self-love and confidence without dimming their sparkle, okay? Powerful, y'all. We're gonna speak on it, okay? So, Miss Melody Goliday, can you take us through how this book got started? How long did it take you to write the book, and who does the book speak to?
So the book got started because initially I thought, I'm no entrepreneur. Right now, this day and age, it's like, you got to be an entrepreneur. What are you going to do besides work for someone else? And I was like, I don't have any talent, I don't have any talent, but I often journal. I've been journaling since I was little. Mm-hmm. And so right now at the age I'm at, I'm just channeling into my self-care. And I just was like, well, what can I do not only to help my daughter who's 6 years old, but to help someone else because she's starting to read. Mm-hmm. And I can always remember reading Junie B. Jones, Brown Bear, or Rainbow Fish. And I'm just like, there's no books that looks like my daughter. There's no books that is telling her to love herself, be confident. You can do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a children's book. Initially, I started writing the book in December. It took me maybe about 2 weeks just to get all my thoughts together and write it down on paper. Okay. It took about 2 months to get a copy written. It took my author about 2 months for the illustration. So I started in December. I published around March. I self-published with myself through Amazon. So it took from about December to March. I think it's a great investment. It is talking to, just basically saying like, you can do it no matter what you go through. You're still special and there's nothing that can dim your sparkle.
Okay. All right. So now let's speak on it now. Okay. Especially, when it comes to the youth, I deal with young males and teenage males and some young adults or what have you. And, we talk about relationships. We try to talk about self-love, without it, being all like boyish or, pretty much immature or what have you. But let's just speak on it, from the female perspective, like, especially in this day and age, with everything we got going on right now, man, from everything on radio, video, television, oh God, like even like certain conversations that, people are having that, our children will overhear and come, in contact with, like there's just certain things that our kids can't escape. So now when it comes to self-love and confidence, why is that so important, especially for like young African-American girls, especially in today's society?
I would say self-love and self-confidence is big in us African-American girls because you got to know who you are without a partner. It's very important to channel into what you like to do, what makes you you, what makes you happy without someone. I know the thing is like, when you're younger, this boyfriend, he makes me happy. Okay, he makes you happy today. When he leaves tomorrow, what makes you happy?
Right.
So, right. I think it's just real big on loving yourself because when he leaves tomorrow, you can be like, okay, I'm going to get back to me. I'm going to get back to doing the things that I like to do. You can still have a relationship and still find your inner self as well. Do things that don't have to have your partner around. If you like to read a book, okay, when he goes to work, read a book, just still gain that self-confidence and just be who you are with the partner and without a partner. So God forbid if he leaves you today or tomorrow, you still know who you are. You still love yourself. And it may hurt a little bit, but you're like, you know what? I know how to make me happy. You know, you go ahead and you find your happiness. You go ahead and heal yourself, and come back to me once you're healed. But I'm healed. I know who I am. So I think that's very important.
Well, and first and foremost, empowerment is key. Okay, I won't stress that enough. And you're probably going to hear me say that at least 4 more times before this show is over with. But especially like women empowering and empowering each other. As I said before, in today's society, you don't have to look far. Everything from like video to TV to even movies, even like social media, just how everyone is on the defensive about some of everything. And even in the media now, where in the Olympics, you're having, certain Black girls, they can't swim because of, they can't use certain swim caps and, express themselves because they have natural hair. They want them to do this. You have women who can't run in races because they've had like operations where they wasn't, mentally, prepared to deal with someone at that time. And they're being like, punished for it almost in a sense, and I feel it's a little unfair. Well, no, I feel it's greatly unfair because at the end of the day, and I'm just going to keep it real. Even before the George Floyd trial, women were all Black women. Let me be specific, people. Black women. Okay? Yeah, I know. Black women. I know some of y'all other women are going to say something. Black women were always at the forefront. All right? 9 times out of 10, when something happened, they were always at the forefront leading the charge. Okay? And to see how like society and how the media can like, make, she has an attitude, or man, she's wearing her hair like that. Why can't you just like comply? Why can't you just be this? Why does it always have to be Black girl magic? Da, 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 da. So, it's a little sad sometimes the way society wants to box, young African-American ladies, girls in, and just have them all conform to this one thing. No, I think things like this, the reason she has sparkles, man, self-love, confidence. I'm confident when I walk into a room. Like, in your opinion, let me just ask, like, how can that message be portrayed in the media without it, coming across as offensive to those who find it offensive for whatever reason?
I think that my book can be portrayed in the media as an uplifting book. I mean, I have a message in there that says, pretty round girl, you have potential to get whatever it is that you wish for. I mean, it's all about empowering. I mean, even if you're not brown, I mean, reading the book would still uplift you as well. Mm-hmm. I just channel it to brown girls because, like you said, we go through a lot, Yes. You always look to be strong. You got to be that strong Black girl. Mm-hmm. And with the media and things that happen in the media or getting on social media, and people tear you down. So you need somebody, or you need a reminder to say, you know what, you got this. And it's okay. Get back up and do it again. Don't let anything dim your sparkle, because you still have your sparkles no matter what. I mean, we all make mistakes. We fall short. We're human. But you're still special. And I think that's just the most important message through my book.
Okay. Now, also, you talked about it a little bit, just in a sense, but you were talking about the illustrations in the book as well. Like, what are some of the messages that these illustrations are driving home to, like, some of the Black girls that are reading?
So my illustrations are watercolor, but they're very big. It's on a 8x11 book. So it's very big, very noticeable. The illustrations are like little girls with crowns. Throughout the book, you'll always see a crown, because I mean, that's the message, is to remember, like, you have sparkle, you have that crown. It doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Remember who you are. Even if you have a bad day, you still have your sparkles. Dust yourself off and try again.
There it is. Hey. Okay, there it is, y'all. Dust yourself off and go right back at it. There it is. Okay, all right. So let me just ask. Everyone has an opinion these days about what should be and what's considered, tasteful or distasteful. When it comes to today's generation, the millennials, and everything that's going on, everyone has an opinion. Okay, we're not even going there because this is about empowerment. Okay, this is about connecting. This is about bridging. In your eyes, because people always try to say there's a generational gap. I don't believe it's a generational gap. I believe there's a communication breakdown. In your opinion, like what's one of the main things leading to that communication breakdown between, older women, younger women coming together to work together, build together, be one? That basically, me as a man, I can look at another young Black man and be like, okay, if they did that and, they empowered each other to, become one force, man, then we can do it as well. So in your opinion, what are some of the things that's leading to the communication breakdown?
In my opinion, it always takes a village. I think that the older generation are very stuck in their ways. I mean, because that was their upbringing.
That's true.
They're very, they were raised that way. They don't know how to disconnect from back then. I mean, I tell people all the time, we have a new generation here. It's all about reteaching. You got to redirect these children and, teach them what you know. And we may not all agree, but, I may agree with a little bit of it. And I may take from what I learned from you or what I learned from her and put it all together, We don't get it at one sitting, it takes a lesson to learn. So I just think it's just that getting unstuck from their ways. I know there's a lot of things that, my grandmother, she looks down upon, and I'm just like, it's a new generation. We don't do that no more,
Right. And okay. So I'm glad that we're talking about this because, I talk about this at times and, it seems as if, I hear a lot of the elders say, well, kids don't get together anymore. They don't even know who they are. They don't even hang with their cousins or this, that, or what have you. Slow it down. Now watch. I normally hear, and this is not bashing, so I normally hear elders talking as if, hey, the way we grew up, it was always this, that, or what have you. My argument with that is, okay, yeah, that's true. But what happened when you all grew up? You all went here, you went there. Everyone went their own separate ways and raised their own families. Mm-hmm. And I feel sometimes, because that happens, the expectations of everyone coming together and getting together, they take, I guess they take for granted that that's going to happen. But when it doesn't happen, and the more and more it doesn't happen, then they want to lay blame. I'm not feeling it, that's just my personal opinion. So, I'm just not feeling it. But I think something like this, man, self-love, confidence, especially, as I said, social media age, very key, because let's just talk about it. We wake up in the morning. What's one of the first things we do after coming from the bathroom? We grab that phone. We grab that. I know I do. Okay.
I can agree.
Okay. We grab that phone. Sometimes we're seeking out something good or maybe a good sale. You may come across a good sale on some shoes. Okay. You know what? Boom. 90% of the time, a lot of people are doom scrolling. They're searching for that negative piece so they could jumpstart their day. So they could be a negative person and spew that venom upon everyone that they meet. When you talk about girls self-love and confidence without dimming that sparkle, talk about that self-hate piece and how that can pretty much damage a lot of these girls out here.
When we talk about self-hate in today's world,
yeah,
I'm getting on Instagram and I'm going to see this 22-year-old with implants. Now I'm thinking I'm not doing enough. I'm not pretty enough. This body, I need to go to the gym. I need to go on a diet. I'm looking up surgeons. How much did this cost? So I'm not saying you maybe hate yourself because you're looking for implants, but I'm just saying social media, it's like they're showing people who got it, but they're not showing that part where, she was scraping up her pennies to get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they don't show that part of it. They don't show what I did to get this. Mm-hmm. They don't show the bad days. Mm-hmm. They're not very transparent at all. They just showing how you think you should look, or, I want long hair and I want to be light skinned, or, and it's just like, I don't know if it's self-hate, but it's a lack of self-love, because when you know who you are and you know what you bring into the table when you walk in that room, mm-hmm. It don't matter what this supermodel got. You want to know that I'm here and I got something to offer, whether it's pretty hair or, I got something to offer in my heart because I know who I am. Mm-hmm. You got to figure out who you are, but who God made me be today. Mm-hmm. I'm somebody, whether I got the fake body or not, I'm here. I got something to, offer.
Right. Okay. Well, all right. Maybe I shouldn't have said self-hate, maybe self-awareness. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Let's go. Some people probably thought self-awareness. But no, everything you just said is key, because it's like, look, you can probably instill into your child as much positivity as you possibly can. But at the end of the day, once they, as they're growing up, they're going to be influenced by the things that go on in the outside world. And if they, already sort of have it in their head that what's going on in this outside world is better than what's going on in this house, then a lot of them may, come to the, acception that, hey, you know what? I got to be living like this. I got to do this. I got to, be at the beach, 4, 5, 6 poles up, you know what I'm saying? And, what else am I doing for the rest of the day? Because when you go on these websites and these social media accounts, you only see them for a tidbit of like the day. Like, what else are they doing throughout the day? Like, how did they get to their destination after that shot was over with? Like, what happened to them after that? As you said, man, they may look the part, but they can be going through a whole range of like some bad emotions and things of that nature. Okay. Wow. Mm-hmm. Now, let me just ask, like, so this book, how can this book help with like, females and relationships?
I think my book is more so for the beginner reader, or just, it's a children's book, but I feel like it starts there. Mm-hmm. It starts with that confidence and knowing, who you are, and it doesn't matter what goes on, you still have that sparkle. So as for relationships, personally, I just think that it's about creating those boundaries. And, once you know who you are, you're going to create those boundaries. You're going to set those boundaries. You're not going to let anybody disrespect you. Okay. You're going to be able to walk away from anything because, you have that confidence. You know who you are, and today was a bad day, but tomorrow will be a better day because, I still have my sparkle, and, it doesn't matter, So I just think that it starts with that self-love and self-confidence just to get in a relationship. You got to love yourself before you begin to love anybody else.
That's true. Reach on. All right. Okay. All right. There it is. Okay. Thank you, Miss Melanie Goliday. Thank you. Okay. So now I know you spoke on it a little bit earlier, but where can you get the book again?
So my book is at my website. That's Children's Books of Love, 2E. So that's CHILDRENS books, BOOKS, love, LOVEE.com. You can also find it on my Instagram handle. That's X_MELODEEEE. So that's 4 E's.
Okay.
And I also have an Instagram for the book as well, and that's Children's Books of Love at Instagram.
Okay. All right. Now, Miss Melanie, if you had one word to best describe yourself, what would that one word be and why?
If I had one word to describe myself, it would be growing.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because I feel like at the stage I am in life right now, at the age I am, I am growing. I'm outgrowing people. I'm growing to actually know who I am. I am grown as a person, as a mother, as a friend. I feel like I am just growing.
Now, it's very funny that you just said like outgrowing, certain people. How do we okay, so you have a 6-year-old daughter, all right? Now, I'm pretty sure she has friends or whatever, and those are her friends, but eventually at some point she's going to have more friends. She's going to, her circle, may change a little bit as she grows, older or what have you. How can you instill in her hey, you know what, man, these people, your friends are these types of people who are not your friends may behave in this type of way, or you may have to watch out for people. They may come off as your friend, but you're going to have to watch out for that. How can, this book, or in your own words, how can you instill into your child, things to watch out for on that, level as they grow older?
My daughter's 6 years old, and we already are talking about being a leader, not a follower. When you know something is not right, don't do it. It doesn't matter if it looks fun or if they shame you, don't do it. Be your own person, make your own decisions. If you know it's not right, don't do it. So we talk about leading and following all the time. She gives me scenarios, and we're in the car, and I remind her, how good it is to be a leader. And sometimes leaders don't fit in. You don't have to fit in just to be a part of their friendship. Sometimes it's okay to go your own direction. It's okay to sit this one out. So I just think it starts very young. Just realizing that, you know what, it's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in the crowd, because normally when you grow up, it's like, I want to be in the in crowd. I want to be in the in crowd. No. Right. It's okay to be different. We're going to start that now at 6. Right. Different looks, and it has different looks, Different for you may look different for someone else, So I tell her all the time that we're all different and we all make mistakes, and it's okay. It's okay.
Right. Okay, man. No, well, you know what? I think that's key because, as you said, the difference between leading and following and acceptance, we all want to be accepted at the end of the day, but I don't want to be accepted if I have to act a certain way or dress a certain way or behave, in class a certain way or what have you. I want to be me, and I want you to accept me for who I am. And however that comes across, that's just what it is. If it's a little goofy at times, fine. If I'm the serious friend or what have you, then accept that, maybe, that friendship may have them open up a little bit and they can bring out the fun side of themselves or what have you. So, okay, leaders, not followers. That's what she's building over there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Well, man, Miss Melanie Goliday, I thank you for being on my platform today, sharing.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. Follow me on all social media platforms at Word with Ty Brownlow, or you can just go to my website, tybrownlow.com. Definitely get this wonderful conversation, plus other great conversations as well. Miss Melanie Goliday, thank you once again for coming and spreading your words and transparency. And man, we will be on the lookout for that book. Okay, The Reason She Has Sparkles. And is it out now or?
It's certainly out now. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at my website. Again, that's children's books with the S of love with 2es.com.
Go get that book, y'all. Okay. Go to the website. I know y'all got Amazon Prime, but go to the website anyway. Okay.
Certainly.
Man, leave a great review, please. Please. Thank you. All right. We out. Peace. Thank you, Melody.
Thank you.